All right, so in the next 3 minutes, I'm going to explain how to get rid of chronic fatigue permanently as a functional medicine practitioner and lab specialist. I've worked with thousands of people on this. I used to have chronic fatigue syndrome myself, and this is the quickest way to get rid of those symptoms to where you literally just have plenty of energy with 5 minutes of waking up to 5 minutes of going to bed. That's what can happen with most people. And if that's not happening, there's a root cause reason, and this is how we do it naturally and holistically. So I'm going to spare you the fluff and just get right to the point. So lab testing, most important thing, it's often critical to reach goals. We want to figure out how much your thyroid's playing into it, or your liver, or your intestines, or the pancreas. You know, there's so many different factors, and what we do is integrate a functional systems approach where we're looking at all the major systems in your body and we're figuring out how they're working together to reach the goals you want. So we're looking at, it's a very wide variety of things around the body to not only address chronic fatigue, but it's going to help heal a number of other systems because we're having such a comprehensive view on it. So lab testing we're going to test, not guess. And so this is a major game changer. So, and functional lab testing is also going to be really different than allopathic or Western medicine recommended lab ranges a lot of the time. So keep that in mind. Number 2, we got sensitivities. So for sensitivities, we want to make sure you're not eating any foods that are creating inflammation. And so we can temporarily stop eating those, but keep in mind later on, far majority of the time, we can reintroduce those foods when your intestines, microbiome, and other things are optimized so you can have a resilient gut to digest those foods later on, because the body is trying to eat all the different nutrients. It's trying to have all the nutrients for a wide variety of organs, for a wide variety of nutrients. So next up, we have deficiencies. If the body is 100% built on dietary nutrients, including the associated organs with chronic fatigue, you can imagine how much of a massive difference that's going to make if you are getting those organs the nutrients they need to heal the mitochondria, the cell walls, all the different components of the cells, so you have plenty of energy, which is what the body's trying to do. It's trying to have plenty of energy, and if it doesn't, there's a root cause reason why. It's just a question of whether we can find that. So which I do with clients very often, I actually have a money back guarantee. If you don't get strong symptom progress within 1 to 12 weeks, then I'll give you your money back. And the only condition is that you do at least most of the protocol, which I definitely make sure is going to be not overwhelming for people at the time we create that protocol. We both agree it's manageable for you. So next up, we have some lifestyle factors. Actually, before I go into these, let's note on toxicities. So for toxicities, we just want to make sure you don't have too many of various toxins. And with every one of these pillars that I'm talking about, we're going to use functional lab testing to make sure of what's going on there instead of guessing. We're going to create clarity for make sure you don't have too many toxins in the body, because toxins definitely slow down how well the cells work a lot of the time. But there's ways to get out almost any toxin, basically. It's just a question of creating certainty on what toxin it is, and lab testing helps a lot with that. So we also have some lifestyle factors like movement, sleep, stress management, trauma release, PTSD. These are all things I work with people on. I've had problems with in the past. I've had a lot of success helping people with these things and reversing it myself. So what really helps is having some certainty on quite how much those lifestyle factors are playing into the chronic fatigue, so we can create more certainty on, what balance you need as an individual to create the results you want, which is to make this a thing of the past. And so the why on how to sustain the results with the ebbs and flows of life. I work with people every step of the way. So again, my name is Luke Wells. I'm a functional medicine practitioner and lab specialist, and I offer a free initial consult. If anyone's interested, just click below, and thanks.